What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Legend of the Five Rings card game tournament video from Gen Con 2017. We are in the top 8. This is the second match from the top 8, and we have Hatamoto Travis from the Pheonix clan versus Hatamoto Kyle playing the Lion clan. Travis is on the left, and Kyle is on the right. And I just want to apologize if my voice sounds funny. I got a little bit of that Gen Con crud. And yeah, I've been coughing my brains out, so trying to get these videos out for you guys. I hope it's okay. I'm sure you can hear me just fine, but my voice might sound a little different, and I might pause every now and then to hack my brains out off mic and get going with this. But I do appreciate all the support on Facebook for these videos. The Legend of the Five Rings card game community, you guys are pretty awesome, and thanks for sharing the videos, liking the videos, watching the videos, and all the kind comments in the comments below and on Facebook. I see all of it, and you guys are awesome. So we got the Brawler on the right with 3 Fate on it already, which I've said it before in a previous video. That Brawler in the Lion Clan, she is awesome. Her whole bow ability is really great, really powerful, can really turn the game in your favor. So that's why I'm sure Kyle's put 3 Fate on it. And on the other side, who do we got here? We have a Shiba Peacemaker in the bottom there. 4-1 on the skill. Bushi, this character cannot participate in conflicts as an attacker. And it looks like that second character there. This character in the middle is a Meddling Meditator, 0-3. If an opponent has declared 2 or more conflicts against you this phase, select 1. Take 1 Fate or 1 honor from that opponent, which is pretty powerful, because most times it seems that your opponent's going to do 2 conflicts against you, and you're going to be able to steal a Fate or an honor from them. So if you're going to try to dishonor them, grab that honor. If you're just trying to choke them out, grab that Fate. Seems pretty powerful for a 2-cost character, in my opinion. And at the top on the Pheonix side, we have a Shiba Yojimbo. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but it's a 3-cost, 3-2 character with 2 glory. Has an interrupt when the effects of a triggered ability that target a Shugenja you control would initiate, cancel those effects. And the other side, we see a Guardsman was also put in play, that neutral character that has 2 on the military skill, but can attack someone with the Imperial Favor. But first round, nobody's got the Imperial Favor yet till the end of the first conflict phase. So it looks like we got a fire conflict happening here. Line player going first. Now, something interesting here you'll notice, and you may have already been seeing it and screaming it, but on the left side there, the Pheonix player has the first player token, but they have decided that the first player is actually the Lion player, but he doesn't have the token on his side. And you're going to see that mess this first and second rounds up a little bit, where they pass the token when they shouldn't have. So just keep that in mind. The Lion player is going first this first round. That's what they've decided on. But they don't have the token in the right spot. So it looks like we just had a Lion player buff 1+1 on his military skill with his stronghold. And right now that's Peacemaker is the only defending character with 4.
It is very important. That's my bad.
And we get a double bonsai here on the Lion side, losing an honor to give +4 on the military skill. So I believe he's at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think, on the offense with the stronghold there, to 4 on the defense. And it's a Manicured Garden as the province they're going after, which I believe was triggered, and a Fate was already grabbed by the defender. And it's 4 strength on that for the defense. And yeah, you just heard him say 11-4. Yeah, so none of them have Shugenja traits, so that cancel effect on that top character there doesn't do anything for us right now. But we do have the Brawler there use its bow ability to bow that character in the middle there. And obviously the ring effect is putting a dishonor, which the player on the left there, Travis, is using those black tokens to signify dishonor. And he uses the white tokens he's using for honor. He's also using those to honor a character. So you may see that later in the game where he may be using multiple black and white tokens on characters. That's what they're for, honored and dishonored.
Yes. Yep. My conflict. Yep. Yep.
So we see a keeper initiate was put into play there because he won a conflict of his elemental type, which is fire. You can see in the bottom right there. The other one, I believe, is Void, that's hiding under the stronghold of the Pheonix player. I just don't know whether it's Seeker or Keeper, but I think it's Seeker, just based on the art. Which means after a Void province you control is revealed, gain 1 fate. So right now we have a military water conflict happening on Night Raid, the province there, which is 4 strength.
It's cool. It's not like I was ever going to declare my name. I'm going to declare no defenders.
And no defenders declared on the line side here.
First action, I will attempt to charge Honor General.
And we got an Honor General charged in off the province there, and when he comes into play, he gets honored himself.
Bonsai and spend the honor.
And we got a Bonsai spending an honor, so he's double Bonsai on the attacking character. But that character is also dishonored, so it's 2, and then gets the 4 from the Bonsai, so it's 6.
I will pass, claim the ring and ready.
And I think it's 5 on the defense right now.
I'll break though. That's sad. I'll gain an honor. He does not leave play yet. Oh, sorry. I thought it was Spirit Caller for a second. Sorry. Yeah, it's all good.
So the water ring was claimed by the Pheonix player.
Your pre-conflict. I'll pass it.
And he obviously readies the character that was bowed earlier. That's why they are standing right now. Or readied, sorry.
I'll pass as well. Alright. Your conflict.
So over to the line player for his second conflict. Out of the 2 he's allowed to do per conflict phase. They've both already done military, so either player is going to do a political if they choose. We do see he does have that Keeper initiate there with 1 fate on it. And I believe that's a 1/1 character on the skills. So he is going to do a political here. 1 strength, or 1 skill point on the political.
Ring of the Void.
So political void here.
This province.
And he's going to try to break the second province here. Might take some work though from the Lion Clan, only doing it with a Keeper here, or Initiate or whatever.
Take your fate.
So he flipped actually Shameful Display. And that's only a 3 strength province, and it has an action during a conflict of this province. Choose 2 participating characters. And we're seeing it right here. Honor 1 and dishonor the other. So obviously the Lion player has to dishonor his character, and we see that white token put on the Pheonix character there for honor. And looks like the ring was claimed by the Pheonix player. So defensively he claims it. So he stole the fate with that character's action. The Pheonix player did. So the Lion player is now down to 0 fate. And they're discarding their characters here and removing fate during the fate phase. And we see the Imperial favor went to the Pheonix player for a +1 on military skill going forward during military conflicts, offensively or defensively.
Sounds good. I will be at 7 fate, and I will be at 9. I believe that is all.
And this, I believe, is the first Pheonix game that I'm commentating on. And their stronghold, they can bow that to give any character +2 on their glory, which is good with the honored and dishonor mechanic, because they can do it even to their opponent's character if they're dishonored, which increases the glory value, which means it reduces the skill on the character card. So I like cards like that they seem like they're just used for positive things, but they can actually seem like they're positive but be very negative on your opponent. And I like the way you could choose a character on either side of the board.
Courtier for 1.
I always appreciate cards that let you screw with your opponent like that.
I'm going to do a Fearsome Mystic. 1.
So Fearsome Mystic is what the Pheonix player just put into play there for 4 cost. It's a 2/4, 1 glory, Sugenja, and air. This character gets +2 only during air conflicts. And action, while this character is participating in a conflict, remove 1 fate from each participating character your opponent controls with lower glory than this character. So it only has 1 glory on this character, but like I said, its stronghold can buff by 2. So very easily you can do that action, and then you're able to remove 1 fate from each participating character. So this Lion player has to be careful not fall into that trap. On the Lion side, we see a Courtier, which has 2 skill on the political. And the other character he's put into play there is a Lion character. It is a Venerable Historian, Courtier, and Scholar. Only 1 on political and a Lion on military, which means it cannot participate in military conflicts, but it has 3 glory, which is pretty huge. So if he can honor that character, it can get it up to 4 political on the skill. And actually, while this character is participating in conflict, if you're more honorable than your opponent, honor this character. So it even has the built-in honor ability, as long as you have more honor than your opponent, which right now the Lion player does. He is sitting at 13 honor, if I'm counting correctly there, yeah. And on the other side, we have 9 honor right now, so he definitely is more honorable. And it looks like the Pheonix player also put into play a Isawa Masahiro. He's a Sugenja and fire traded. He's 3 costs, 3/2 on the stats, 2 glory. Action during a fire conflict, battle this character. Choose a participating character with printed cost 2 or lower and discard that character.
I do technically have an initial card on this. I have first conflict, right? No, you do. No. You do first, yes.
Military fire.
Right,
Is this water or air?
Wait, no, I'm first now.
See, here's the confusion now over the first player. So this is where they messed up. So he passed the first token, but he shouldn't have passed it. It shouldn't even been on the other side anyway. So it's definitely the Pheonix player's first. Sorry, the Pheonix player's first this round. But he's going to complain here because the Lion player was able to pass first and took a fate. So they're going to have a judge interact here.
In that case, you couldn't have passed first, but it's fine. We'll leave it as it is. So what ended up happening is we thought he was first player, but he was first player last turn because he forgot to pass the token. I ended up buying my characters first, so he wouldn't have been able to get the passing fate. So I don't know if you want to rule it as like rewind, because not much has changed other than drop phase, or just leave it as is. He can have the fate.
The sequence in which things came down.
So it was a Fearsome Mystic with 1 for me, because okay, you bought first, right? You bought like a Courtier, then I bought a Fearsome Mystic with 1. You bought that, and then I bought Lost Hero with 1. And you passed.
So the Lion player went ahead and he started playing cards as if he were first, which he thought after he got the first player token, he just went ahead. So 2 rounds in a row, the Lion player was able to play his characters first in Dynasty. But they caught it here, so they're going to leave the board state the same. And now the Pheonix player has the first player token, and he is going to be first in the conflicts and going forward here.
I will pass it. All right. I would declare Justice Orange Courtier. Right. I would declare a.
And we saw 1 honor pass there because the Lion player drew 2 cards on their honor dial, and the Pheonix player went with 1.
And I will gain a fate. I would send the Meddling Mediator.
So we got the Mediator coming in here on an Earth political. So he was able to take a fate off that Earth ring since it was unclaimed last round. All the unclaimed rings had 1 fate put on them. And he's going to attack that Night Raid, which has a holding on it, which is the Lion Clan's holding. Staging Ground, I believe. And has an action. It's got a +1 on strength. Has an action. Choose up to 2 face-down characters, or 2 face-down cards in your provinces, and turn them face up. We may see that happen here. We should see that happen here.
So it's 7 to...
Unless he did it already this round.
No, it's 6 to 2. Oh, she's honored. Yeah. Sorry, if you want to use honor tokens, make that easier. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a little confusion here over the honored and dishonored white and black tokens, but they figured it out.
I'll go for it. Okay, +1. It's 7. Yep. It's all gone now. And that has pride now?
So that's a Lion attachment giving, or actually, no, sorry, it's Pheonix attachment. giving +1 on political, and now the character gains pride. The magnificent kimono. On the other side, we got the courtier with a fan who just got assassinated.
I will pass. Pass, break, and then earth ring trigger. Yep.
So we have a province broken on each side now.
Sure. And draw card. And I'll discard this one. Okay. Good discard.
And we saw the earth ring go off there. The Pheonix player drew a card and discarded a card at random from the Lion player's hand.
I will pass as well.
Yep.
I'll declare.
Yeah. That is air. This is water.
Okay.
Of course, you have exactly each again, Joe.
I know exactly what I finally got a chance of. I had the best three of the day, but I just wanted to go.
So the Lion player here debating on his first conflict of the phase here. And he's going to go military fire.
And you have no keeper in your discard, right?
I think I have one.
Do you?
Oh,
you had the one. You had the one that you ran out.
Oh, it's already on.
It only happened if like I broke and I discarded it. Yeah. All right. So the province's meditations on the top. Okay. That's solid.
So meditation on the Tau, 4-strength province. During a conflict of this province, choose an attacking character, remove 1 fate from that character.
I will defend with the Shiva Yojimbo. Okay. And just the Yojimbo. First action, defender, meditation.
So 1 fate goes away from the brawler, and it's down to 1 fate left. So
Your action.
that brawler, its days are numbered soon here, but it's doing work.
So she knocks fate off, and he kills people with fire. So it's relevant right now. I also have the favor here, which was noting. So it's currently 4-3.
So yeah, as you heard them say there, the favor is given +1 on the military. The character is dishonored on the Pheonix side, so it's got 2 glories. So it has a 3 military skill, losing 2 because of the dishonor, and puts it to 1. But then it has the attachment on it, giving it another +2. So it's 4 right now for the defender, 3 for the attacker. And he's debating, bowing his stronghold there to give +1 military to all attackers. Try to get him back at the parity here, which would go to the attacker.
I will attempt to bow.
And we got the attempt of the brawler's action to bow here, which goes through. That brawler, man, that card is awesome.
I forgot you still got the...
And yeah, they just realized the Imperial favor does still count because the bowed character is in the conflict.
Imperial favor? Yeah. As long as I have someone in the conflict. So you'd have to send him home. So you'd have to like use your stronghold and then route him or something. Sure.
So the Lion player is trying to break the province here, but his math's not working out. But Way of the Lion might help, doubling the base strength here. Or doubling the base skill on military, I believe.
1. No defense.
Yeah, 6-1 now for the attacker.
Discard the card.
And of course he discards the card, breaks the province.
Well, wait, I don't know the order of this.
Okay,
I
so,
don't wanna-
first thing first. Reactions to winning. Do you have anything that says
Yes.
when you win?
And Indomitable Will, the dragon card. They both are splashing dragon, I believe.
Then it is
Which, like I said before, a very popular influence for a lot of the factions here in the top 32.
Unless you have something that triggers when you claim ring.
Or a lot of the players are in the top 32 for their clans. Seem to be pulling in dragon cards.
Province first. So province breaks, then you resolve the ring effect of the Solid Monster Hero. Then everyone bows and goes home, but you don't bow because you played down in the world. Okay.
Sure. Get in there, buddy.
Minus one
I
right
will.
now.
Yep, I know. What ring are you?
Oh, to the last one, sure. I'll do this.
I also apologize for the crooked camera angles here. Players, it was very tight at Gen Con, where players are playing very close together. It was hard to get the cameras in between the matches here with all the tokens and stuff on the side. So sometimes players would bump the camera. Or my lovely wife, when setting up the camera, wouldn't set it up 100% straight. But she did an awesome job while I was playing in Game of Thrones tournament at the same time to set up the cameras and work with these guys to get them all filmed. So I apologize for it being a little crooked. But at least we can still see what's going on.
One at 6 strength, you're at 2 strength, with 4 strength brothers. Can you do one more with 3 games?
I will sacrifice the social actress to take
Put the guy with
a
one
guy.
and you don't know. Well done.
Oh, God.
So we have that neutral holding pop there to draw a card on the Pheonix side.
Make sure it's first turn. Okay, it's fun. Goes back to
There
the
we go. All right. Oh, my God. That was an interesting one.
And the Pheonix player doing his second conflict here.
That is my stronghold, literally in both days.
And I played this on them.
He's debating doing an air here. Yep, he takes the fate off of air. And he's trying to do a political air, but he's already done a political.
I have not
So,
flipped a single problem.
yeah. See, they caught it there. He can only do military. He's already done political.
Including the 2 that I broke against
So he's going to reverse his fate off of the air there.
and today.
I'm just going for one province normally.
You're right.
Exactly. Like, the only times I take a province is I'm like, showed you.
That's fine.
It's like, that's the only time I ever do it. It's like, showed you gets in there and he breaks it because he's like, I don't defend. It's like, all right, well, he breaks it.
Looks like he is going to do military here, but that character's military is only 1 because it's dishonored. But this one is 2. He's put up front here. And he's going to military void. And he's throwing the Imperial favor up there for us to make sure we remember it. So he's 3 right now on the offense. And we got a manicured garden flipped on the other side. So that's the action where he can gain a fate.
Yeah, that was a good one. You didn't say it. They both said what was that.
And it looks like he's going to defend with the Brawler, who we saw the Brawler stayed readied because of that Indomitable Will that Dragon event played. So it didn't have to kneel or bow, and that's a huge card. So no province break, but the Pheonix player did claim the ring and take a fate off the Brawler, I believe. Was the ring effect he went for. So that Brawler is not going to be around next round, which is great for the Pheonix player. He needs to get rid of that Brawler big time. And now we got the line player doing a political here.
I mean, you really didn't have
And using the Historian.
like security or wandering around not doing what.
And he can honor the Historian. He can trigger that action since he has more honor to make the Historian honored. So we got a political water here. Let's see what the province is. Elemental Fury. And that is a 4 strength. After this province is revealed, switch the contested ring for an unclaimed ring. The conflict retains its type. But he doesn't trigger it, it looks like, and just does a straight up assassination. And the ring goes unclaimed there. They both pass. No defenders, no attackers.
You have 4, I have 3. Okay, yeah. Okay. I want to swap it. No, it will stay military.
And the Imperial favor stays on the Pheonix side.
Oh, swap your fate. Swap the favor. Air, or the zero gain. Gain a fate. I lose an honor. I will net nothing. I missed the trigger. That's okay. I'm going to discard the prodigy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, the Pheonix player realizing he just missed that trigger on that character, stealing a fate or an honor.
I'll be at 11 fate.
But too late for that. And he just discards it.
Discard the Mia Mystic, then we'll do it anyway.
First players are up. I win first every game. Every game.
No, I'll be first.
That's how it is.
I'll be first. Okay. You have 9 to my 8. You have, actually, sorry. I have 11. I ended the tournament.
It's 5.
Ready to flip? Yep.
So we see the Lion Clan's champion revealed there. And on the Pheonix side, what do we got? Oh, it's the Pheonix Clan's champions on the other side too now, on the provinces. So will we see both of them in play this turn? Or this round, actually. So Lion player going first. They pass the token properly this time. Courtier first. Clan champion on the Pheonix side. Shiba Sukun. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but 5 costs, 4/4, 4 glory, Bushi and a champion, interrupt. When the conflict phase ends, resolve the ring effects on up to 2 unclaimed rings as if you were the attacker. That is amazing. That is amazing.
I think Seeker is totally fine for certain things. But like, it's just, particularly in this format, you're like, here's my first challenge guy. Like,
I'm definitely a fan of these clan champions that can trigger ring effects without actually having to do the conflicts. Or in addition to winning the conflicts, I guess is what I'm saying. Basically just those extra triggers on top of what already happens in the conflict phase. So the Lions clan champion is also in play. And he does similar. But he has to win a conflict after you claim a ring during a military conflict in which this character is participating. Resolve that ring's effect. And he's a 5 cost, 6/3, 3 glory, a Bushi, and a champion.
Unfortunately, when I broke this, well, I really need a stronger base.
And we see Kyle, the same strategy here, putting 3 fate on the characters he really wants to keep around. I think he puts in his mind that he's going to lose those void conflicts, and he might just have fate removed in other ways, so he definitely wants to keep him around, and he plays it really safe by putting 3 fate on it.
He's void or fire? Yeah, he's only fire. She's air. Yeah. So if you do an air conflict and I defend with her, I could bump her up by 2, and then take a fate off to Terry. Yep.
And you hear the Pheonix player Travis there threatening what can be done with his characters. Getting in the head of his opponent. Come at me, bro, he says. I can do this, I can do that. Which is pretty cool. I like the Pheonix cards, Pheonix clan in general, seems to be really centered around the rings. A lot of their characters' abilities are very reliant on certain rings and their conflicts or ring abilities, which seems really cool. But trying to remember what each one does and just trying to go off that tiny little ring symbol that's in the card text is a little tough. Especially for your opponent, trying to read it from across the table and remember which character needs to be in which conflict type for it to do its effect. That can be a little tough. Good for Pheonix players if you can remember them all. But a little tough, as you see Kyle reading the cards here, just making sure.
It would be too good if it was not participating. I can just murder 2 drops at win, pretty much.
So if you're any type of clan player besides Pheonix, I recommend getting those Pheonix cards and practicing some casual games with them to get used to what those characters and cards do. So that way you're not caught off guard in tournament games when you're playing against Pheonix. So it looks like we have a military fire here coming in from the Lion player, attacking the Elemental Fury. Trying to break the 3rd province of the Pheonix player. And it looks like a 6 on the offense right now. Hasn't used his stronghold yet on the Lion side. And I think on the defense, what are we at there? Hard to tell under the glare, but I think it's a 4 on the clan champion. Plus another 1 from the dishonored character and 1 from the Imperial favor. So I think we're tied 6-6 right now. And yep, definitely dragon splashed on both sides. There's that ambushing dragon character. The Tattooed Wanderer, 2/1. Monk tattooed, 0 glory. You may play this character as an attachment with the text. Attached character gains covert, but For now, it's just being put in as a 1-cost character and being used defensively here. And he puts a fate on it to keep it around for at least a round, hopefully. But it does add another 2 on the defense here.
I will pass.
Pass, yeah.
And the ring was defended successfully and taken by the Pheonix player, but no effect. And the province obviously doesn't break.
Come with you.
I'll pass.
I will do military water.
So Pheonix player doing a military here. Water. Let's see what province is hiding under there. And it's the Art of War, the Lion province.
No defenders. First action, I'll pass.
Pass. Use an honor for defended. Ready, Sukune. Oh, actually, I break.
Yeah.
Because favor. Right. So the reaction triggers before.
And he quickly breaks that province.
I don't think it'll change anything, but
And it's he's able to draw 3 cards off after that province is broken. Which I'm sure the Lion player is not too sad about losing that province.
Sukune, and then you cannot declare a conflict will change. Which
Definitely wants some cards after only drawing 1 this turn and 2, I believe, last turn. So his hand count was pretty low from his conflict cards. So he just got 3 extra, which is definitely going to help him out.
Pass free conflict.
I'll pass my conflict. I'll pass pre-conflict.
Pass free conflict. I will declare air. Take the fate. It has to be political.
And now we got a political error coming from the Pheonix player.
We've seen that you can have to have an earth and a void. Yes. Pilgrimage. Pretty good. So we'll go here.
Okay.
Pilgrimage, Sheepos play, and Earth Province are probably all bad. So
I'll defend with the courtier.
seems good. First action you.
So 4 right now on the offense, 2 on the defense. Route sends the courtier home. Now 0 on the defense.
Attempt to dishonor you with court games.
And a dishonor from Court Games on that clan champion is going to put it at 0, but then +2 here from this fan.
I walked
I
up
will.
to see if we could get some numbers, but I didn't. I don't know where it went.
And right now 2-0.
Pass. I'll claim air. You lose an honor for not defending.
And the honor is lost for the unopposed.
At the end of the phase, I have 3 to 1.
And we got some honor stolen. And the province was not broken.
I will trigger Earth and Void.
And they're the clan champions. Going to remove Fate with the Void. And it's going to discard with the Earth and draw a card. Due to his clan champion's ability to trigger the 2 effects on the up to 2 unclaimed rings.
And then,
And Imperial Favor will stay on the Pheonix side.
Correct.
And he's going to keep it military, looks like.
I will lose 1 honor as Masakura leaves play.
Okay. I will be at 11 fate.
Does this one have a fate on it?
No.
No, she goes away.
And then I gain 7, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bringing me to a total of 9 for next turn. And you should be at 11. Am I count?
Correct.
If I'm correct, these will both get force discarded, but I will also discard the FM courtier.
So Pheonix player discarding some cards here in the regroup phase to
You're first.
draw some new dynasty cards there face down on his provinces. He wants to see some more options.
Got it.
Reveal?
Alright, let's reveal. Alright,
Did he drop another fate on him?
I did.
Okay.
I had 2 fate when I played.
Okay. And the covert is only when he's an attachment, right?
Yeah, only when dude, if he was a covert dude,
Yeah.
come on. He's
Just
already
making
good
sure.
enough. He's already really bonkers. Let's not
So on the
make
Pheonix side, he just
him
put into play a naive student
when he leaves
who
play.
has a dash on military, can't participate, and a 2 on political, 2 glory, courtier, and a scholar, and has sincerity. When this character leaves play, draw a card. And the Lion player looks like he threw in a Steadfast Samurai, 1/1, 1 Gloria Bushi, force reaction. After the Fate phase begins, if you have at least 5 more honor than opponent, this character cannot be discarded or lose Fate this phase. But he does not look like he has enough for that.
I'll pass and gain a fate. Yep.
high fate game.
And we got two guardsmen put in on the Pheonix side and a Mystic on the Lion side. And they're going to the draw dials here.
And currently, your honor is 9. Yep. I'm going to keep mind these differentials here.
So Lion player drawing 5 cards, 1 on the Pheonix side. 4 honors going to change sides here. Putting the Pheonix player at 9 honor and 5 now on the Lion side. So no way that Steadfast Samurai is going to get his ability going here in the Fate phase later. At least not this round. So he'll most likely get discarded.
Alright. Pre-conflicts.
Well,
I will pass.
What he was doing, he's been attacking provinces, but all he's been caring about is getting ring controls.
So 2 provinces broken on the Lion side right now. 2 broken on the Pheonix side. This could go either way right now. But the board of characters looks pretty juicy on the Pheonix side, but his clan champion being dishonored is basically a 0-0 with that attachment only giving a 2 extra on political. And as we've seen with the bannering in the dragon, and with that Mystic on the board, very easily attachments can go away. So we got a political Earth here coming from the Pheonix. Let's see what this province is. Oh, another shameful display. I really like that one. So we're going to have an honor, dishonor thing happen here. But will the Lion have anyone in the conflicts for defense? Right now it's 2-0 for the attacker. So we got the Mystic coming in on the defense here. 2-1. Shameful Display is going to do the honor and dishonored, which the naive student has 2 glories. So it's down to 0 on the offense right now and 2 on the defense due to 1 glory being on that Mystic, adding 1 to its political skill. That Shameful Display, man. That province can just like really screw with your opponent's plans. But once it's revealed, then it's easier to hit after that because it only has 3 strength. So it's great on that first time it's hit, but then it becomes a juicy target for your opponent in the future. So we have an attachment thrown in here on the defense, adding 1. And the 4 shame thrown out here, so the Lion player has to choose to dishonor or bow the character. He's just going to dishonor and remove the honor token. So the Pheonix player was able to move his clan champion into the conflict there. Oh, he did it by sacking that location, favorable ground, where you're able to put a character home that you control or into the conflict. I missed him pop that there. So Earth's claimed on the defense. Now over to the Lion player for his first conflict of the conflict phase here.
I will also pass pre-conflict.
Both these players doing a good job of communicating back and forth here. Every time a conflict's done, they're passing their pre-conflict action. The first player letting their opponent know they're passing it to give their opponent the option for any pre-conflict triggers, which I think is very professional. Just causes less confusion in the game and accidents after a ring is chosen and attackers are declared for your opponent to go, wait, I have a pre-conflict action after they've seen what you've done. That really makes things awkward. So Definitely good communication here between these guys. Other than the first player token mess up earlier.
I'm going to declare a military conflict. Ring of the Void.
So we got a military here with the Lions Clan champion. 6 on the military skill. He's taking a Fate off the Void. And he's going after Elemental Fury here. So I believe it's 4 strength. Now he has 6 on the defense right now with the 2 Guardians and that Tattooed Wanderer. And he wants to look in the discard of his opponent. We got no defenders declared on the Pheonix side.
Yes, I'm going to get display of power.
And the Lion player thinks he's going to get a display of power played on him, which is the Pheonix event. 2 costs. Basically turns the ring effect back on the opponent. Reaction after you lose an unopposed conflict. Cancel the ring effect of that conflict. Then you resolve the ring effect as if you had won the conflict as the attacking player. Then you claim that ring. And he did not have it. He did not have it.
I'll remove a Fate from Sukune and a Guardsman.
So it does go no defenders.
And you break. I'm assuming you're discarding cards.
Yes, please.
And 3rd province broken here on the Pheonix side.
Alright.
Not sure if the Pheonix player lost an honor from having no defenders there.
I will pass 3 conflict.
Past 3 conflicts as well.
But we did see a Fate removed from the clan champion, I believe. Oh, and the ring was triggered again by the clan champion of the Lion player. So that's why we see a Fate was discarded off the other guardsman there. Very powerful.
So militaries.
So now we got a military coming here from the Pheonix player. Since he went no defenders on the last one, he's going to use all 3 of them on the offense. Going after Shameful Display with only 3 strength. He's got 6 on the military skill right now. 7 with the Imperial favor. Can the Lion player use some tricks here and stop this?
I'm going to defend with the steadfast.
So he throws in the Steadfast Samurai there, which has 1.
Steadfast alone. First action.
So it's 7 to 1.
Yeah, 7 to 1, which is definitely greater than 3 or higher, which is enough for Shameful Display to be broken. So we could see the game basically at level, basically back at parity is what I'm trying to say here, with 3 provinces broken on both sides. I don't know if the Lion player can get out of this one. But he still has 6, actually 8 Fate and cards in hand. So Master of the Spears jumps in and gets a Fate on him.
Brings you up to 3. Yes.
And now he's got 3 on the defense. And he has the action while this character is attacking. Your opponent must choose a participating character he or she controls, move that character home. But obviously, the Master of the Spear is just helping on defense right now, so that will not come into play. But that's why he put a Fate on him, because he wants to use that ability next turn, I'm sure.
Play Fine Katana.
So he throws a Katana on to give +2. Now we have a Katana on the other side for a +2. So I think we're at 9 to... Oh, we got the Mystic pop in there to get rid of the attachment on the other side.
Bringing this back to hand.
And attachment goes back to hand there. That dragon attachment on the other side.
Pass. 5 to 7.
And you just let me put you in a chokehold because you went all in.
So I think 5 on the defense right now, 7 on the offense. If I've added that up correctly. And remember, the Lion Stronghold's only on attack. You can only buff the military skill value by 1 on all the characters. So he plays another attachment here to give another 2. And we have an Assassinate on the Guardsman that had a Fate there, which is obvious target there. Since he has a Fate, you lose a Fate. And the other two will get discarded in the fate phase anyway, so very efficient play there.
Final pass. Being an honor.
Yep.
Today was the day that you played an LCG tournament.
Pretty much.
Barely squeaking it out.
So successfully defended. Not only did he not have this province broken, but the line player Kyle was able to defend it fully.
I think we were out of conflict.
We're out of conflict. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So 3 rings actually claimed on the line side.
Fire is here.
Pretty huge conflict phase for the line player.
Yep.
Fire is a choice.
And then we have the 2 rings being triggered here by the clan champion on the Pheonix side one last time before she's gone. So he steals a fate and dishonors the clan champion on the other side. And Imperial favors for the first time is going to the line side. He's going to keep it on military. Since he has 3 provinces broken on the other side, he wants to go for that stronghold. And Lions usually do that through military, so that makes sense to put the Imperial favor on +1 military.
Yep. Now we go to 10 fate. Mystic gets discarded. Sorry.
So the Pheonix player needs some military defense here.
I just want to get. I just kind of want to get a ball.
And did they pass the first player token?
Nothing to discard here, but I'll have nice set factor. Oh, when the guy leaves play, the night good night draw card. 30. Tagging 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The flyer and air rings each gain a fate. And then here you go. First player now.
Yeah, first player does go to the line player. We got the fate on the unclaimed rings. Let's see what they flip here. Spirit Caller on the line side.
That's not great. Not great.
And it looks like the Pheonix player, only getting a Courtier. And who's that other character there?
Yeah, first
It is a Solemn Scholar, only a 1/1 skill, 1 glory. During a conflict, if the Earth Ring is your claim in your claim ring pool, choose an attacking character, bow that character. It's gonna be a little tough when he's going second to have that Earth Ring in his pool first.
Pay 2 for a Gunzo and refill face up.
And we got Akoto Gunzo in play, 2/1. He's got Pride. After this character enters play from a province, refill that province face up. And we see a guardsman there.
But I mean, I can always sell everything.
And that's during Earth Ring.
if I control the Earth Ring, if I have it claimed. So essentially, it's not right here.
And yeah, I just think the Pheonix player not really having any defense happening here on the military skill. We're probably going to see the first conflict is a big attack here on the stronghold of the Pheonix player. And
Sorry, did you play that after my Spirit Caller?
maybe he has an entrenched position hiding under there, which is 5 strength and gets +5 during military conflicts, protecting his stronghold. Maybe that'll be good enough, but if he doesn't, this could be trouble. Actually, we haven't seen the Pheonix province, so it's most likely that one, actually, since all 4 provinces are revealed. It's most likely that one, which is Hiroi Mori. Action during a conflict at this province. Select one, switch the contested ring with an unclaimed ring, retaining its type, or switch the conflict type where you retain its element. And it's 4 strength. So that's most likely what's hiding under the stronghold. And we're going to go to draw dials here. And 1 and 1. So they don't want any honor switching sides here. The Pheonix player was hoping the Lion player would have gone higher and he could win via dishonor from that 2 lowly honor sitting there on the Lion side. But look at that Lion player's board. He went all in,
Go for it.
playing as much as he could during the dishonor phase.
I will pass my pre-con.
Yeah, it's a little busted up.
And it looks like we have an attachment, the Grasp of Earth, +1/+1.
I may bow the attachment and throw that
Attached to a Shugenja.
cannot bring characters into play from hand or move characters into the conflict.
So it says action during a conflict, bow this attachment. Opponent's characters cannot move to the conflict or be played from hand until the end of the conflict.
Probably not.
But I don't think Kyle's too worried about that since all his characters are already really on the board that he needs.
What what happens if that character is not at the conflict any longer, but you
I can still
triggered
use it. It doesn't require the character to be participating. The general Shugenja thing is they can do stuff even when not in the conflict. Generally, Shugenja can do things while not in the conflict. That's kind of like a theme.
Okay.
So we just heard the judge call, 2 minutes left. So most likely this will be the final round here.
No pass.
Air. Yeah. I will pass. I will declare military conflict.
So we got the military coming in here. He's thrown in his Dishonored Clan Champion. And yeah, they're all in here except for Spear Caller, he said there. He's going to save him on the side, just use his ability outside of the conflict to grab a character from the discard pile and throw it into the conflict.
I don't think it's going to matter. If I switch it to political, it goes. We use something rank.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was air.
Yeah, it's all good. Air makes sense.
So military air on the stronghold, and it was the province from the Pheonix clan hiding underneath that we described earlier.
That's going to swap it to political.
So he switches it to political, which could really hurt the line player here. So the guardsman's out of the conflict since it cannot participate in political.
And I need to hit 6.
You need to hit 6.
So yeah, he's got to win by 6 because +2 from the stronghold on the Pheonix side.
So if you've got both bands, you might have it.
All right, that is time. Stop what you're doing, evaluate the game state, and figure out if anybody is going to
1, 2. So you've got 3 provinces, most favored, that's 7. I've got 6 because I've got most honor in 2 provinces, so I think it's really close. And I do think I do have a chance to win this.
So we just heard the Pheonix player Travis there. He's not going to concede. He thinks he's got a good shot at this. But if he, right now the line player is in the lead, I think. He just said 7-6 with tiebreaker points. But they both decide to play it out here. So let's see how this goes. But this will be the last round. So right now it's political. We got the Dishonored Clan Champion is a 0 on political right now. We got the Master of the Spear in the challenge there, or in the conflict. He's adding 2 political, and his attachments do not matter. And then we have Gunzo, which is just adding 1. So I think it's 3 right now on political.
I'm at 3.
Yeah, 3 on the offense, 0 on the defense.
First action, I'll use Spirit Caller.
And Spirit Caller is going to go grab someone from the discard pile. So he's got 6 now on the offense with that character that just came in with 3 political. And we have a Dishonored here. But the line player gets to choose who gets Dishonored. So he obviously picks someone who's kind of adding the lowest or has the lowest glory.
Don't have to worry about swimming. 3 cards.
And he's going to Dishonor the Master of the Spear, which now only has 1 to the conflict for political, since he has 1 glory, and being dishonored -1. So 5 on the offense right now, 0 on the defense. That Pheonix Stronghold hasn't been used yet to pump glory, but could pump glory on the Master of the Spear to get him basically down to 0. So we got +2 here from that dragon attachment. And there you go, the glory pump on the Master of the Spear, putting him at 0 political. So we're at 6 right now on the offense, 0 on the defense, which is enough to win the game.
6, I believe I'm at 6. I need 6. I passed.
And that'll be it. Lion player Kyle takes it. He's going to move on to the top 4. Wow, that was a tight game, very close. Wow, that was awesome. But yeah, congrats to Kyle. Thanks a lot for both guys playing on the camera there. Much appreciated. Thank you everyone who supports on patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table, who donates to the channel to help offset the cost of traveling to these tournaments, buying the video equipment, all my time spent editing and doing voiceovers. Much appreciated. But at least I appreciate everyone who's here watching these videos. So click that subscribe button if you're new here. Hit the like button if you like these Legend of the Five Rings videos. And share these videos on social media. Get the Legend of the Five Ring fans out there to find this channel, find these videos, and help support the game. Either way, thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.